guys. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be talking about the second, not the second, but another message to the church. Sorry guys, my concentration is going cuckoo again. But I have my watch because I kind of have to hurry. I didn't have any time to make the message, like to record it a few days earlier. I was just very busy. And so the reason why I'm talking very low, so I'm hoping you guys can hear me clearly enough, so that, because there are people sleeping in this house right now, and noise carries, when you have really old houses, noise carries very easily. So I have to be careful not to talk too loud. So, what time is it? Gonna be about 13 minutes to 5 o'clock. Yep, it's past my dinner time. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about, guys, is, you know how, I don't know if some of you guys know, but the Lord has a way of blessing you with things that you don't really expect. I mean, He's always doing that, but He's always blessing you with things that you don't really expect. Like, for example, okay, so some of the prophets have been talking about how the Lord God is going to be just making things that you need or whatever just appear just suddenly like that. And guys, like, He'll do that sometimes to me, and I didn't realize that it was Him. But that was a long time ago. Like, things would appear, like, just things would just appear, and I was like, where did this come from? And I was needing this thing. Like, one time I was missing a pair of earrings and I found it, right? But I'm talking about other stuff, things that you didn't have in the beginning, like, well, I mean, in your possession to start off with. Like, for example, lately I've been finding money everywhere in my house, right? And money has been appearing in our house in years past, only we didn't even realize that it was God. We didn't realize it. And so, but lately now, it's been appearing more in our house. And what I was talking about earlier is the prophets have been saying that the Lord is going to be blessing people with finances, right? So He's just going to be making money appear in different places, wherever you go. It doesn't have to be in your house. It could be, if you're just walking down the street, you might find an envelope and with some money in it or whatever. Yeah, so stuff like that. So, like, I'll give you an example. By the way, sorry guys that I'm looking very tired, because I have been very tired for a long time, guys, but don't worry, I'll be better, I'll get better. I am getting better, but it's just right now I'm just very tired. So, no, what was I saying? Yeah, so I'll give you an example. Like, one time I was in the kitchen with my mother, and we were just hanging out. I don't know what we were doing, just doing stuff. And then my mother went to get something in the drawer, in the cutlery drawer, where you get the knives and the forks and spoons. So she went to go get some piece of cutlery, and then when she opened up the drawer, she found money in there. She's like, Nancy, did you put this money in here? And I think it was about $100. And so she looked at me and she said, did you put this money in here? She said, look at this. There's money in here. And I said, no, I don't put money in there. And the thing is, nobody puts money. We don't store money in the drawer in the kitchen, right? We always keep, you keep your money in the bank. We keep money in the bank. We never keep money in the house. That's why we're so shocked, right? So, so she was telling me, how did this money get in here? And she said, if you didn't do it, I didn't do it. How did it get in here? This was about maybe 2 years ago. And we couldn't figure out that it was God, So we could not figure out how it got in there. But now we know that it was God. And then sometime in the summer, like today is December 26, 2016. So sometime this summer, I was in my room and just going about my business, and I went to go and get something in this one drawer. And I opened up the drawer and I saw $100 in there. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, I didn't put this money in here. Where did it come from? So I was like really working my brain to see, where did this money come from? I held the money in my hand, and I'm like, I was just really thinking like, where Or, I mean, why would I put this money in here? I don't keep money in my room. You know, unless I'm going shopping or something, I will go to the bank and then come back here because the bank is just next door. I will go to the bank, come back here, and then continue getting ready, and then I will leave. But I was completely, like, I was completely, like, I was so puzzled, like, why was this money in here? And I couldn't figure it out, even as early as, you know, this past summer, just maybe, or earlier in the year, around April or something like that. I just found this money in there, and I'm like, what? I didn't take money out of my bank account. Everything's accounted for. I didn't take any money out. So then where did this come from? And I still didn't figure it out. It was God. You know, and let me tell you something else. Like this, the thing is, it's been happening a lot more now. It's been happening a lot more frequently. And so I started going back to this one church that I used to go to in this area, like, yeah, in the area, and the other church that I was going to it's also in this area, but a bit farther from my house. So as soon as not that it has anything to do with me going back to the church that I'm going to now, which is the church that I was frequenting before the one that I started going to. So anyway, so this year I started going back to the older church that I was going to. I started going back in April. And listen to this. Like, my mother always gives me change to go, you know, because I never carry money in here in the house. So she always has she has like these bags full of dimes and nickels and quarters and pennies. No, not pennies. Just not dimes, nickels, and quarters, right? And these bags. And so then every time, you know, right before, when I'm getting ready to go to church, she'll say, Nancy, did you grab any change? She always reminds me, did you grab any change? Because I forget sometimes, you know. So then I'll always go upstairs to her room, grab whatever, and then put it in my pocket and then go. Not in my pocket, but in my wallet. So then I'll go downstairs, and then I'll start dividing the money. Well, let me start that again. I'll go to her room, get the money, come downstairs, and then, because I always carry like three envelopes from the church, right? One is for the offering, one is for the special, one is for the missions, one is for the tithe, and one is for a special offering, right? So one is for the tithe, one is for the missions, and then one is for special offerings. So I will go downstairs with the money, and then I'll start dividing the money, put everything inside the envelope, seal it up, and then put it in my bag. That's what I always do. Get the money, you know, put everything in the envelopes, and then seal the envelopes and put them in my bag. And I will also like label each envelope, you know, what money is to go to what cause. So anyway, so my point is, see how long it took for me to explain all that, guys? Anyway, my point is, ever since I started going back to this church, I've been finding money in the pocket of my coat. Okay, the one that I'm going, whether it's my coat or something else, I've been finding money. No, it's just started happening with the coat, my winter coat, the great big one that you guys, some of you guys have seen my videos where I'm just going out recently in the winter and I'm wearing my big coat. So it's in that coat. When I started wearing that coat, then suddenly I started finding change in that coat. So then, like, I'll stick my hand in my pocket, like I'll get all dressed up and everything, and then I'll just stick my hand in my pocket, and I'm like, what? I'm finding like change in my wallet, in my pocket, and I'm like, wait a minute. My mother just gave me some change, but I did not put it in my pocket. I put it away in the envelope. So how did this get in here? Okay, so this was the first time it happened. And then, it happened again the following Sunday, and the following Sunday. So the entire time since I started putting on this coat, it's happened about 4 times now. It's happened 4 times. that this change has just appeared in my pocket, you know, and I know now. I know that's God, because I still couldn't figure it out. That's God, but it's God, because he's been telling people, you know, through the prophets, he's gonna make money appear. He's just gonna make money appear, right? And the thing is, the amounts get larger and larger, and I know that, like when I started explaining the first time, it was $100, and then it went down, it lowered down to a whole bunch of change each time. But the point is, the Lord is showing me, and through this testimony, He is showing you that, you know, He will be doing this for His children, right? He'll be doing this for those who are living right for Him, because guys, we have to be living right for Him if we expect Him to bless us in any way, whether that's our health, we need a job, we need money for a business, we need money for some kind of a medical procedure. I mean, for you guys in countries that don't have Canada's healthcare system or Britain's healthcare system, you know what I mean? Like, you guys don't have a healthcare system that is fully covered, then maybe you need money for that, and He will provide that. So whatever you're needing money for, this is the time that the Lord is like just showing little bits here and there what He is about to do in a greater way soon. You know, so for you guys that are really struggling financially, just know, live for Him right, continue living for Him right, which is tithing. Give from whatever you receive, whether it's some kind of even if you're not working and you're receiving some kind of a benefit or a pension, you know, you have to give, because unless we give to God, there's no way that He can bless us back, because we it's like what He says in the Bible, right? When you take a seed and you plant it, and you know you water it, of course a whole bunch of stuff is gonna, like we're gonna get a big harvest, because you're planting. From one seed comes a huge harvest, right? And from, oh hi Yuma, oh sorry guys, hold on, I just don't want to ignore her. Okay, there you go. Uma, say hi. Look over there. Say hi. Okay? Okay. Feel better now? Okay, I love you everybody. God bless you. Oh, boy, she's heavy. But the doctor said she's supposed to be heavy because she's a senior cat now. Yes, 13 years old. Okay, so, yes, unless we are tithing, okay, giving an offering, and if you can, give a special offering, it's not going to work. We have to do what the Lord says. Otherwise, we have to plant our seeds into His kingdom for His purposes, for His causes here on the planet. Otherwise, whatever we are hoping for is not going to come back, right? So it's just as I was saying before. When you plant a seed in the ground, for you guys who are really good at planting things, gardeners, then you know that when you plant one seed, you're going to get a whole bunch of things back, like more than just one grape, or more than just one tomato, more than just one carrot, right? So that's how it works, right? If we do what the Lord wants, which is to, I raised my voice, but if we obey the Lord to plant into His kingdom, which is our seeds, our whatever we're giving, our 10% and our offerings, we have to give that to the Lord. We have to, that's the seed that is being planted into His kingdom, right? And when we plant our offerings and tithes into His kingdom, then He is able to bring us back, to bless us with whatever we have been desiring, because He knows what we want. And He wants to give us these things, but we have to be obedient, because our tithes help further His causes, right? When we give, then it helps the churches to go to the missions. I go to a church that is a missions church. Some of you guys go to a missions church. Whatever you give, your money goes to the missions, right? Or it will go towards the church to run the church, the bills, to pay the bills. So yeah. Sorry guys, I'm just still looking at my clock, my watch. 15 minutes has gone by. About, or 13 minutes. And so I also learned through some Bible teachings that before you give, you have to pray over your tithe. Otherwise, it's not going to, like, the tithe will not come. So like before you give the money, you can even pray at home or when you get to church before you give the tithe. So like you have the tithe in your hand and you can pray to the Lord and you say, Lord, thank you so much for providing this for me so that I could give it back into your kingdom. And I ask that, I'm giving this to you, it belongs to you, and I would ask that you would please use it to further your causes. And in return, I ask for a harvest of, and then you fill in the blanks, whatever you want. Lord, I would ask for a harvest of perfect health. Lord, I ask for a harvest of, I need a brand new car. Lord, I ask for a harvest of, I want to get married. I would like a spouse. Stuff like that. Or, Lord, I ask for a harvest of, I would like my own business. I need an idea, Lord. I don't know what to do. Or I ask for a harvest of the court case that I am currently involved in, where people are against me. I need favor, right? So whatever you are needing. Okay, so ask the Lord. Pray over the tithe and ask the Lord whatever you would like back, and He will do it. But some people, they will tithe, they will give to the Lord, but they will not be consistent. They will make up excuses and say, well, I need this money. Like, I can go to church and I will tithe this money. But then the next time they're like, oh, I didn't make enough money this time. My bills are too big. I cannot tithe this time. Or this time I can just tithe a small fraction of what I normally give. And sometimes people are like, they will give once in a while. It's not going to work. You have to give consistently. That is how it works. You cannot give one time and then make a decision to not give, even if you earn $1. Because whatever you earn from, the Lord will work with that to give you back. So if you just earned, say you just earned like $100 or $50 or $25, you have to give 10% from any of those amounts. Because if you don't, you're going to remain in your situation. You have to trust God. Okay, you have to trust Him because you have nobody else that can change your circumstances for you. So you have to trust Him with whatever you're making. Did my voice raised, right? But I don't think anybody can. My mother can hear me. She's way up there. Okay, so yeah. So guys, just give God a chance, And the thing is, some people know that they are robbing God. I used to do that. I used to rob God from what belongs to Him. One time I diverted everything that I was making to help another person. It was a good idea, but I was taking 100%, well, not 100%, but hi Uma, she's just over there. I was taking nearly 100%, of these funds and putting them towards this other person and giving nothing to the Lord. And I expected the Lord, and I was, giving money to ministries here and there, and I was expecting to get, things back. It wasn't working. But then once I got right with the Lord in January 2013, then I put my foot down on myself and I said, okay, this time I'm going to be serious about the Lord, and I have been for the past 4 years. Right, January 2013, January 2017 is going to be 4 years. So since that time, right, I have made a choice. I made a choice to, deliberately tithe to the Lord consistently, right? And things have been getting better for me. So just learn from, my example. Sometimes it's tough. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My cat? Okay. She was, you know how cats like to scratch the sofas. She was scratching the sofas and it looked like her nail was going to get stuck, but it didn't get stuck. I would have to go and rescue her. So, yes guys, learn from my example, right? Learn from my example. And from the example of other people who have made a conscious decision to start tithing for the Lord. Consistently. You have to be consistent. If you ever want to see changes in your life, guys, you have to be consistent. The Lord has told me so many things about me, great changes that are about to take place in my life. You know, huge changes. And when they happen, then I'll show you guys. On film, I will show you. Like he has told me directly, like I heard him tell me certain things that are about to take place. And I've also, before he told me directly, other people, like prophets, have been, they would tell me the same thing, right? And then God said, exactly what the prophet said that God was going to do. So whatever the prophet said, then God, like he told me, he confirmed it to me that yes, these things really are going to happen. And it's very exciting. And yes, I have been frustrated because I've been waiting a long time, but I never give up. Of course, there have been times when I've wanted to give up, but I never give up. Because guys, if we give up, after all that time that we've been living right for the Lord and being obedient to him by consistently giving to him, and if we give up at the last moment or at some point, it will not happen. And then all of that will have been kind of like in vain. The Lord was there for us to help us, and then we made a decision to just give up, and we were almost there. We have nobody to blame but ourselves. And as frustrating as it is, guys, we need to hang on there because it is coming. It's not a matter of, no, it's not going to come, or will it ever come. It's a matter of just hanging on until we see the breakthrough. I just heard the Lord Jesus say manifest. I just heard him say manifest. So this is for you, and this was also for me that he said this. This is for us. He wants you to understand that you must hold on because it is coming. Whatever you are waiting for, it is coming. I just heard the Lord Jesus say, hold on. He just said, hold on. I just heard him say, it's coming. I just heard him say, it's a breakthrough. Okay? It's coming. So hold on. Just bless his name and thank him and say, Lord, thank you so much for the blessings that I do not yet have that are coming. That's how he wants us to be with him, to live. Every day, just thank him for the blessings that he is about to bring, the blessings that you have been asking for. Thank him. I always thank the Lord. I say, Lord, thank you so much for the blessings that I don't have yet. Thank you so much for the things that I've been asking for that I don't have yet, that I know that are coming. The things that you have told me are coming. And we have to thank him, guys. We cannot thank him, we cannot thank him after the things take place because that's not being faithful. We can't not thank him, okay? Like what I'm trying to say is this, I know you guys know what I'm trying to say, but we can't wait for the things to come and then thank him. That's an insult. Because if he said he would do it, then he will do it. And we have to trust him. The Lord's always making me laugh. Okay, so my watch says it's about 25 minutes. See guys, my watch, my mother bought this for me. She's always buying me stuff. Roots watch, pretty. Oh, my mother's up. So I think I'm going to finish now, and yeah, because I don't want to wait too long before I start eating my dinner. I normally eat really early, before 5 o'clock. So yeah, I think I've said my message well, and just listen to what I said. Start tithing if you're not tithing. If you are tithing but do not give consistently, start giving consistently. Before you release the tithe, pray over it for whatever it is that you are asking for, that you're waiting for. Be consistent. Be consistent. And don't forget that if there are people that you know who need, just if there are people, I don't know, for some reason right now I'm just getting that there are people out there right now who know people or a person who needs something that you have, that you can give away, but you're just holding on to it. The Lord wants you to know that He would love it for you to give that thing away, because it's going to make the other person's life a lot easier, whatever that may be. Maybe it's a pair of shoes, a coat, maybe it's a bicycle, maybe they need to get around, maybe it's some money that they need to travel someplace. There is something that you have that the Lord is waiting for you to give away. In another video, I explained to you guys a lot of stuff that the Lord has asked me to give away, and I was fighting Him on it, but He kept telling me, Nancy, you have to give it away. And finally, I gave it away. And then each and every time, guys, I would give away that piece that the Lord was telling me to give away, the person that I gave that thing away to always told me, I was needing this. I was needing this. Okay, so when we refuse to obey the Lord, when He tells us to give that thing away, then we are delaying. We're making that person's life a lot harder, guys. We really are. Because they're needing something, they've been praying for it, or sometimes the Lord just answers people's desires without them praying. That's how He is. I've had things suddenly just come to me without even asking Him. That's how He is. So, guys, there are people right now who, some of you guys that are watching, you have something that somebody else needs, that you know that somebody else needs, but you're holding on to it. You guys got to give it up. And remember, the Lord always gives you back. Don't give because you know you're going to get back. The only reason why He gives you back is because of the condition of your heart. Your heart is moved to give because you have compassion for that person. It's the compassion that the Lord sees. That's what He rewards you with something back. The Lord will never bless anybody who has the motives, well, I'm going to give because I know I'm going to get something back. No, those are wrong motives. The Lord loves to bless you back because of what you do, but only because you care about the person's needs. That's how it works. Okay? That's how it works. So for people who are going to be giving because they think they're going to be getting something back, it will never work. Never, never, never. You can give 100 times, it'll never come back to you because of you're a greedy person. You're a greedy person. Okay? So, yeah. So remember, guys, you have to give. And I have to go because my mother's coming and it's going to get loud in here. She's going to start making noise in the kitchen or whatever. So I'm going to go. And thanks for listening to me. And she's somewhere around. Hi, Nelly. So, okay, so I'm going to go. I'm going to go now, guys. What time is it? Okay, so it's been about half an hour. Yeah, it's been about half an hour. Okay, guys, so thanks for listening to me. And I'm going to be uploading this tonight on YouTube. And normally my videos that are more than 15 minutes long, oh, they take like 6 hours. About 6 hours to upload. I don't know why. And then I get really frustrated when I have like videos that are over an hour long. My longest video, I think, was my latest one before this one. I forget which one it was. Oh, I think it was the one where I was talking about suicide. So I think that one was about 2 hours long, and I had to, yeah, it was nearly 2 hours long, and I had to like split it into 2 parts. Because YouTube doesn't let you, well, in my experience, sorry, it stopped recording. Yeah, so I was saying YouTube, as far as my experience, I've never been allowed to upload a video like when I do my editing, I'm not allowed to edit a video that's longer than an hour long. Like for example, I can have a video that's, no, I can have an hour-long video. Yeah, I can have 1 hour long video, but they wouldn't let me, when I do the editing, you know, when I do the editing, they don't let me attach another video that's half an hour or more than an hour. I don't know. You get it? Like they won't let me edit a video that's longer than an hour. Like to attach a 1 hour video with another video, the second part, like that would be half an hour. They won't let me do that. I have to cut it into two parts. But anyway, okay guys, so I'm gonna go, and thanks for listening, and hopefully you guys will have learned something. And so if you learn anything, then send me a message and let me know, let me know that things are changing for you. Just, give me some praise testimonies. After a while of doing your tithing consistently, when you guys get some breakthroughs, when you guys get some breakthroughs, then send me some testimonies. Okay guys? Alright, so I'm gonna go. Bye. Okay, so I haven't gotten to eat yet. I just came up here to take a whole bunch of pictures to see which one I'm going to use for my thumbnail, and I always use the other pictures that I have left just to tell a story for whatever story I will be using on that day. So, yep, this is just like a test. Blue screen. I'm in another room. That's why I'm talking a little bit louder. So now guys, don't hold me back. I have to go and eat. Bye.